I used to run same commands every single day multiple times. For example, checking disk space, checking memory, checking the system uptime. This is very common if you are a beginner or if you have some experience into DevOps. But at some point, I realized this is not scalable because, see, if you have one server, then you can easily SSH into that server and you can run these commands and your job is done. But imagine if you have to do the same for 10 servers, maybe 50 servers, or maybe 100 servers, then running manually is not the solution. This is where shell scripting matters a lot, not only in terms of talking to the servers, in terms of CI/CD pipeline, which we did in the last series, in terms of Kubernetes, Docker. I mean, there are so many different places that we are going to use shell scripting. And many tools, even today, use shell scripting for so many different reasons. You're going to learn a lot in this series. Stick around, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and comment shell scripting. And also, this series is going to be completely different from what you've seen so far on my channel. You are going to see challenges. Please try to answer all those challenges in the comments. All right. Now, let's jump into the terminal. So, right now, I'm in my terminal. So, as you know, if you want to check the uptime of a computer, you are going to use uptime command, right? Then, if you have to check the disk space, you are going to use df-h command. And if you want to check the free space of the memory, then you'll use free-m. See, these are, let's say, very basic commands that are very useful in your day-to-day activities in DevOps if you want to automate something and if you want to check the overall system health. All right. So now I am going to create a new file. In this particular folder, I do have why shell scripting matters. In this, I'm going to write a simple name script.sh. You can name whatever you like. I'm comfortable with this name, so this is fine because this is just a demo wherein I'm trying to explain you. So imagine, let's try to write uptime, okay? And then I'm going to write date followed by df-h, then free-m. So the same commands, instead of writing in the terminal, I am trying to write it in the file. So can I run this directly? Yes, I can run that. In shell scripting, we have to write a line saying /bin /bash so that we are telling, okay, run this script using bash. All right. I'm giving you a challenge. Just try to run the script without using this particular line and let me know in the comments what you guys exactly see. Are you able to run successfully or you're seeing an error? And there are other ways as well. For example, instead of bash, I can use sh as well. I mean, I'm not going to explain in detail about this. This is not the purpose of this video. I am here to show you how things break in the real production environment and what you're going to learn and how you're going to improve your learning skills. All right. So now we have few commands here: uptime, date, df-h, free-m. I'm going to remove uptime here. This is not required. This is fine. And also, I would like to print something. So for that, I would say echo. And then I would like to say starting script. Okay, very basic. I don't want to write production script right now, but yeah, just for your understanding, I am trying to write this. All right, let's save this, and I'm going to jump to my terminal, and let's go into this particular folder. So right now I don't see execute permissions on my script. If you want, you can check it like this. I need to give execute permissions, so I would say script.sh followed by, I would like to run this script /script.sh. Press enter. Now if you look at the output, I can see it is trying to print starting script, the same exact way what we wrote here, followed by the date, Thursday 23rd April, Central European time zone, followed by I can see the file system df-h, then we can see the memory. All right, now if you see, we wrote a very simple shell script, it is working. This is how you start learning shell scripting. All right, now let's make this a bit useful. For example, let me write another script. So within the same folder, I'm going to write another script saying system health.sh. All right, and let me copy this from here, and I'm going to paste it here, followed by, once again I would like to say echo system health check. Okay, very simple. Once again, then I would say echo followed by disk. Okay, we are trying to print, okay, so that the user who is, let's say, running the script will see the output message saying echo system health, then disk. Okay, we are being more specific here. For example, df-h grep, I would like to check /dev folder. All right, then we are going to say echo space memory, and I will say free -m. All right, now this is more useful than what we wrote earlier. Here we just put commands in the script, and here I'm trying to make it a bit more useful. Let me save this, and let's try to run this real quick. So I will say dot slash system health dot sh. Enter. I see an error. This is very simple problem, I would say. I mean, these kind of errors are the ones we see in real production environments. I'm telling you, I've seen this multiple times in my whole career. If you are a DevOps engineer, definitely you can relate. There are so many pipelines failing in real environments because of this simple error, permission denied. All right, if you know the answer, just let me know in the comments what exactly is the answer of this particular step. I'm going to give the answer now, but yeah, before I write down, just let me know in the comments what you are going to change here. So chmod followed by, I'm going to provide the script name. All right, my spelling mistake, system health.sh. Then I will try to run this script once again, and you see the output, system health check. Okay, you can see the disk usage followed by the memory. Okay, whatever we print here, for example, I said echo disk, it is trying to print that, and then I say echo memory, so that the user who is running, for him it's very clear, okay, this is about memory, okay, this is about disk. Maybe today you are working on this particular script, tomorrow if you, let's say, move on and some other person comes in your place, for him also it would be easier for him to understand, okay, this is about disk space, memory. I mean, these are very simple, I know, but some scripts are complex, and the way you do which you are going to say in this series, it would be much harder for a second person who is reading the script and also trying to change that. So always make sure you write clear script so that a second person who is going to take care once you leave the project or once you move, or maybe you are doing something else, it will be very much very useful for that person. All right, now we have seen different problems. Now let's continue. For example, I would like to print something, so I will say echo dollar my variable. I don't see anything, nothing prints because it's not defined, right? So if I define something, then only I can see the output of this value. Blindly, if I just try to run this and okay, oh, I'm unable to see, you cannot see because it's not present. Now we are going to do another thing. So previously we saw a clear output of dev folder. Now I will say XYZ. I'm going to save this and let's try to run this and see the output now. Dot slash system dot health. My script ran successfully without any errors. Okay. Assume you are working on a script and you try to write something which is not present. So imagine disk space, you are trying to see, your script ran successfully and you got the output and you think okay, this is working. I mean, assume that you are blind, you cannot see this, and you think okay, this is running, everything is fine. This is what actually happens in real production environments. All right, so here you can see the problem, right? This particular folder is not present and you are trying to look for that using the script. We got the output but it's empty. It's not at all useful for us, right? So what we can do here, so the script did not fail here, but the result is wrong. Okay, let me know in the comments, what do you think? Are we doing any mistake here, or did we provide the wrong folder? Yeah, just let me know your thoughts in the comments. I would like to see some, you know encouragement from you guys. Okay, you guys are seriously learning by doing hands-on practice with me. I would like to know more. Okay, now let's try to update the script. Instead of updating, I would like to write another script. For example, let's keep it as it is. I'm going to provide all these scripts in detail. Please don't worry about this. So for example, logging.sh. Okay, I would like to log our script details. For that, I'm going to say logging.sh, and then let's try to write. For example, echo, I will say started at, I will try to provide the date. Okay, and output would be output dot log. All right, I'm saying I'm going to print this and write it to the particular file called output.log. For example, same I can do with uptime output.log, followed by, if I want, I can go with df-h. This is enough. Okay, now once this is done, I would like to write another line saying completed. If you want, you can print the date. If not, that is also fine. But yeah, I would like to write it without the date. So I'm going to save this. I don't want, it is trying to give me, Copilot is trying to giving me suggestions, but I don't want that. Please ignore that. Now, let's try to run this real quick. First, I'm going to modify this, followed by, I'm going to run this. I don't see any output here, right? Do you see any output? No, because we are trying to write the output to this particular log file. Okay, so let me jump back to the log file, and if you look here, I can see the whole output in this log file. That means if you have a particular log file, that's the reason most applications also use log files, so that we'll have history and we can see what went wrong and start debugging from that particular log file. Okay, this works. All right, this is also very simple. This works. We are trying to write the output to the log file. Everything looks great, right? But will you trust this particular script in production environment? Okay, let me know in the comments what do you think about it. Would you trust this script in production environment? It doesn't have any validation, it doesn't have any kind of error handling, it doesn't have any kind of checks. This is where most people stop learning, and that's why they struggle later. If you understand scripting, you control the system. Next episode will solve a real problem, checking multiple servers without doing it manually. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment your answers in the video. I'm going to definitely reply to all the comments. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.